Hello and what's up, my friends? It's Thunderbob here, and tonight we're checking out a new game. This is Undead Horde 2 Necropolis. This is from 10 Tons Ltd, and it entered early access December 8th, 2022. They were kind enough to send me a key to check this out. I've had it on my wish list for a little while. I was kind of waiting for it to develop a little further, but I've got the key. I'm going to give this a try. I actually booted this up on my Steam Deck and played for like an hour or so. I'm going to start a new game today. I was just kind of getting a feel for it. It runs perfectly on the Steam Deck, pretty much locked 60 FPS, get like 4 hours of battery life at that. So yeah, really nice support for the Steam Deck out of the box. I am playing Ultrawide tonight on my high-end PC, and we're just going to start a new game here. I love how it says Necromance. That's a nice start button. Let's go ahead and boot this up.
Necropolis, city of the dead, was a place for every soul to find solace in the afterlife. But everything changed when the living invented soul jars, a method to preserve their loved ones forever. The living started to despise death. As their arrogance grew, they turned their eyes upon the necropolis. Led by Benedictus through an interplanar portal, they invaded the city of the dead, leaving no souls or treasures behind. Scavengers are now pillaging the last treasures in the ruined necropolis. But maybe the undead still have an ace in their sleeve.
Dun dun dun. And I never played the first game. I remember at the time thinking like it was a cool concept. And then they announced the second one. I was just like, oh, I'll just wait for the sequel. I don't think it's like that story-driven where it really matters that much. You're the Undead King. Greedy scavengers have awakened you from slumber. You sense Necropolis is in trouble. And what this is, think it's kind of like a twin-stick shooter. I'm playing with the PlayStation 4 remote. Left stick moves around. Right stick lets you attack in a certain direction. You can actually just use the left stick, and he'll always attack forward. But if you want to like move backwards and attack, that's where you need twin sticks. But think of this as like the Diablo 2 Necromancer or Diablo 3 Necromancer, or really like a summon class from almost any action RPG. And if that was the whole game, if like Blizzard made Diablo 4 and it was just the Necromancer, that's pretty much what you're looking at here. Graphically, it's nothing like kind of to write home about. It doesn't look amazing. Part of that is because of the number of enemies and the number of units on the screen. Like, I only played for like 30, 40 minutes, and I probably had 25 skeletons. My understanding is like you can get more than 100, before the end of the game. So the scale of your army is huge, and that's probably why they have to have kind of the more simplistic graphics here. But also it makes it playable on, a wide range of computers and devices, including the Steam Deck. This runs beautifully on the Steam Deck. But I just love the concept. Like, I love summon classes in these action RPG games, and like the whole game based around that basically it's pretty clever. It's the king of the undead. You must save us, but first you must reawaken death. He needs one of his shiny rocks. Yeah, the story is kind of simplistic. I'm not expecting like Oscar caliber rating here. It's pretty basic. Just a reason for you to go and raise a skeleton army. And once you kill some guys, you just hold right bumper to raise skeletons. You can also direct them to destroy buildings. These are kind of like, think like Gauntlet. Yeah, he'd have like caves where the enemies would spawn out of. Yeah, I can take this back. Not much voice acting with the story. I mean, there's some voiceover, obviously, but like quest lines don't really have voice acting. Maybe that'll come later. And here's the map. It's a pretty cool map. Reading on the Steam forums, it seems like at launch this came with like maybe 4 hours of gameplay, but there is a lot more getting added in. Yeah, so you can pull up the map here. Kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. Different, looks like there's a frost area, like a deserty kind of area, swampy area. Not sure what that in the top right is. Ruins or something. And this is like your home base. Eventually, you kind of upgrade this, and like it's almost kind of a city building, or kind of like in a rogue game, you know, where you upgrade your area, your starting space. These graphics, nothing to write home about, for sure. I can restore parts of the Necropolis now. Look at it go. There is much work to be done. We need reinforcements. Try raising more minions from the statue. You can always summon minions from there without using enemy remains. So, like, I guess if you maybe lost your army, you could come back here and get some skeletons. Yeah, in the top left, you see like the green boxes around my character portrait. That's like the number of skeletons you can have, and that goes up as you level up. There is leveling. There is also gear. You get like new weapons and stuff that you have different strengths and weaknesses. And oh, I gotta talk to him one more time. Probably just check out maybe 20 or 30 minutes just to kind of give the first impression on this. I'm definitely digging it though. It definitely it scratches a lot of itches, so to speak. It hits that action RPG like Diablo, but then it also has, you know, like city kind of upgrades and building. You got a little bit of kind of RTS like strategy, you know, where you're directing your army. And you do move faster if you haven't been in combat for a while. Kind of nice quality of life feature there. It seems to take a while to activate, though. And how you actually control your army. Left bumper will call them to you. And then when you press it again and you point in a direction, that is the direction they will attack in. That's about the extent of the controls that I have found. So, not super deep. But it seems like you will get different types of skeletons as you go in my first level. And when you level up, you choose a card with different effects, strength, vigor, or magic. So, do you want melee damage with a small amount of health, lots of health with mana, staff power, I'm sure that's like spells, mana, and then that command is like the amount of skeletons I think that you can control, maybe even their power. Yeah. Let's see my stats here. Health, mana, command cap. I feel like I personally shouldn't be doing that much damage. I feel like my skeleton should mostly be doing it. So maybe I'll go with like this to start with. Get some health and some mana. You can see I could get a couple more skeletons. And there is also gear in the game. Hitting B will pull up that menu. So that has quite a bit more DPS. I did find some colored loot while I was playing, so there is like rarity and you know, actually like you know, abilities and stats that are on these items. Hey, come on. the weapons seem to have like varying speeds. So it's kind of like, you know, do you want a slow but high attacking weapon? Do you want a fast but lower damaging weapon? That kind of thing. I feel like you have a lot of health. Like early on, my health bar barely moves. Yeah, I can't go that way. The Dark Woods. That is like totally just a Diablo name. I guess that's pretty generic too, so. There is also, beyond the cards you pick when you level up, there is like a talent tree that I just barely got into when I was playing on the Steam Deck, so I don't quite have a full picture on that yet, but there is like another kind of a way to customize your characters. Yeah, that's where I started. I went around the loop, going this way. So they have different colors for the different types. You got like, you can see them, they're archers, tanks, kind of melee dudes.
Follow the king.
It's kind of a good way to display it. So like at a glance, you look in the top left and go, oh, I've got this many greens, I got this many reds, I got this many, etc. And control-wise, it worked perfectly. Like plugging in the Steam Deck, it just worked. Same thing with the PlayStation 4 remote here. I mean, they're pretty interchangeable on Steam. And you know, some games will have like text issues on the Steam Deck. Everything was legible. No real issues from the time I played with it. Are those skulls on there, or are they marshmallows? Kind of hard to tell. It tells you if you direct your enemies to attack, or your skeletons to attack, that they will function better than if they kind of just follow you.
No rest for the wicked.
Something up there. Let's go look at that. I got a yellow, which I'm assuming is like a rare, and a purple. That's got damage enemy for 46 HP with a 2.0 speed. It's got critical hit chance and skeleton unit damage plus 3. Units do 42% more damage against buildings. Reset melee cooldowns and critical hits. Coin loot plus 1%. That skeleton unit damage is kind of cool. How much? I wonder if that's like a flat or a percentage. Let's see. Get back to my stats page. I know there was a stats page. Map. So they're doing 23 DPS, the 1.0 attack speed. So if I take that weapon off, I wonder if that changes. Yeah, they're doing 20. So 3 damage, that's like a 15% damage increase on the skeletons, and having that many skeletons, that actually seems like a pretty good deal. I'm a numbers guy. Like, I sometimes dig too deep into that stuff. Sure what these things are. Am I supposed to? Oh, I believe those are like training dummies.
Necropolis.
But I really do love this type of game. I think there's not a lot of them. Not many recent ones I can think of.
Gather around.
And I don't mean like action RPGs, I mean specifically like these kind of quasi RPGs with like strategy elements where you're commanding an army.
Back to formation.
The Necromancer is always a class I really loved in the Diablo series, and I love the Diablo series. It's not my favorite. I think the Sorceress has always been my favorite, but I did a solo self-found run on my Necromancer this last ladder season, a hardcore solo self-found. I went all the way through hell difficulty successfully. How do I get... There's a chest there, but I don't see how to cross the path. I direct them to it? I feel like this is not going to open up that path. Okay, well, we'll keep moving. I'm not sure how to get over there.
On me.
This music's pretty moody. Like, I feel like it fits the theme pretty well. It does remind me a little bit of the Diablo 2 soundtrack, like that Matt Uliman twang. I love that soundtrack.
We will rebuild together.
So did I upgrade that skeleton? Oh. This is like preparing. Leave me at the skeleton house, and your skeletons can gain talents. Okay. Skeleton unit command cost -1. Skeletons receive 25% less damage from arrows. Skeleton archers' arrows poison the target. Ranged skeletons units gain attack range. Increase skeleton unit hit points. Increase the damage of skeleton warriors. I feel like having a lower command cost is useful, and also this because I'm mostly using those right now. How many points do I have right now? Just the one? Oh, but I think I gotta get more soul jars. Okay. Can I change that if I wanted to? But I have to pay the fee again. I'll just leave it for now. But you can see up top, it didn't seem to make a huge... Like, I can't have that many additional skeletons.
My command cap is full.
Yes, they have an 8 cost. So, what did that lower it by 20%? So it probably went from 10 to 8. Gotta talk to the commenter again. So the more soldiers I get, the more talents I get. Okay, that's making sense. As our reach grows, we need better ways to traverse. The Vein Point Network is a vast network of portals enabling fast travel. Find Cletus. I'll tell you more. Come on, Cletus.
Our quest for rebuilding advances.
So they are basically waypoints from Diablo. You have a stash. It's like so much like Diablo. Probably need to sell some items. Is there like a shop I can sell to? I see things on the minimap. Let's see. Maybe a way to like disassemble items. So I feel like I'm going to... Okay, so I can... What does that do, triangle? Does it Okay, yep. If I triangle, it destroys it. And I get some gold. I'm gonna just destroy all like the basic stuff. Not sure what these other slots are for. Can I... Main hand slot. So these must be some other type of item I haven't encountered yet. Got 1200, so I could fix the throne, whatever that would do for me. I need something. Okay, I must have to unlock. The story is probably going to like slowly unlock these kind of different structures, is my guess. I gotta go back and talk to that guy. I'll probably just play a couple more minutes of this. Kind of getting, you know, the basics on it, though. Definitely, like, I love the concept. And it's got really positive reviews on Steam. My friend Gregory used to be an operator for the Endpoint Network. Since the destruction of Necropolis, he's been out of a job. You should talk to him. Maybe I'll go through one more area. It's kind of funny. I feel like you have better control of your skeleton army here than you ever do in Diablo 2. Like, Diablo 2, until you get a teleport item, you're very limited on how you can control your skeleton. The skeletons are starting to take a little more damage. I think these guys are poisoning. Kill this thing. Got it. I have to summon more skeletons here. Crucial. I wonder if that's a Walking Dead callback. Oh, the little birds are attacking. That's great. You do have a cooldown that re-skeleton. You can like do it so frequently. Just murdering this entire village.
Back to formation.
I kind of wish it was two separate buttons for giving the commands, because right now it's like left bumper. The first time you do it, calls them to you. The second time directs them. I wish it was two separate buttons, so like there are times where I want to put them in a new direction. Instead, I have to like call them and then point them to attack again. Feels like it would make more sense to have that be two separate buttons. Not a major thing, just design things. And I wish the cooldown on running was a little shorter. Guessing this is going to be the waypoint. Z8 is locked. The G. Skeleton archers. Nice. Okay, so can I use this thing now? Yeah, let's go back because I want to check out the archers. Sure. Okay, we got it. Whoa, look how many types of units you get. I didn't realize how many there were. And they do have 15 DPS, so lower DPS, but better range. Interesting. Okay, so you cycle through your skeletons using the directional pad.
Stone by stone,
I just want to check out these
we
skeletons.
shall rebuild.
And that'll probably be the end here. Got a card, okay. Queen of Vigor. So more health, mana, command, health, melee. I still don't really have, like, spells yet. So, like, I'm assuming that's what Staff of Power is. I'm gonna go with damage. It's the only one that doesn't give you mana, though. But, like, I don't have a use for the mana yet. No. Did merchant. Spider. I kind of want some of my guys to die so that I can get a few archers. Archers. And you can see up in the top left the two different colors there denoting the different type of skeletons. Because they do less damage, but the range is nice. I imagine there's some ways to kind of strategize that.
Command cap is full.
Like if you get, you know, a ton of ranged, maybe you can kill guys before they get to you. A little puzzle. A little light puzzle action.
On me.
Mysterious skulls. A mix of archers is probably the right way to go because, you know, like your warriors do more damage, but only so many can attack because they surround an enemy, and like the rest are kind of just in the back waiting. With some archers, you got your tanks up front, and then the archers kind of doing damage from behind.
To victory. Come here, attack. Back to formation.
I guess that's already open.
Follow the king. New tools for our vengeance.
There's a healing thing here. Are these two towers? So we want to like stay out of range. We're only taking on one at a time.
Come here. Arise, servants.
So far, not too difficult. I didn't see any difficulty settings either, but maybe it scales kind of as you
Follow
progress.
your king.
This definitely seems like a game I'll put some time in on the Steam Deck too. Like, ran perfectly, really good battery life. I've actually been playing through Final Fantasy VII Remake on the Steam Deck, and I'll probably have a video with some of my thoughts on it and, you know, how to customize it and stuff. Out of the box, it works pretty well, but with a little bit of work, you can make it run really well.
Follow me. Gather bones. Forward. Not my soul. You are saved.
So you're claiming areas as you go through, too. That's kind of a cool concept. What do you want? Alright, so I gotta go check out what the shop's all about. And I got another soul jar. That's the useless grail. At the Holy Grail. I give you 1,000.
Follow your king.
I'm digging this soundtrack right now quite a lot. Like, it's got...
You would help.
It runs me across of, like, the Diablo soundtrack and the safe room music from Resident Evil, if that makes sense at all. Right, can I free this guy? Wait, Bob was over here. That's right.
The necropolis will be rebuilt.
So would he give me some experience and an item? Now I gotta take the soul jar and the merchant pack, and then I think I'm done for the night. But I'm definitely digging this. I'm only a couple levels in, but it's a lot of fun. Not too difficult, but overall, like a pretty competent little action RPG summoning game.
The necropolis will be rebuilt.
What do you sell? I gotta fix this shit first. It's just like Diablo 3. A fire stick.
Stone by stone,
Can I watch Netflix on
we
that?
shall rebuild.
Consumes mana and have long cooldowns.
Advance.
Ah. Okay, so... And then he's got some stuff I can buy. Randomized new 100 upgrade building. So I need to restore the Necropolis and pay 3,000 gold to upgrade. But I'm assuming that means, like, maybe higher classes of weapons, maybe? Just guessing. So do I go back here? Breaking unlocks new talents and increases HP and damage of skeletons. But that takes 5,000 gold. I feel like that it gave you 100% skeleton damage and command cost. Interesting. You can make the archers do a poison dealing 15 damage over 5 seconds, which almost doubles their damage. 100% attack range. 20%. I feel like they're already doing a lot of damage, so pumping them up. Yeah. Alright. Next step is to go to the Scavenger's Bog, but I'm going to save here and end for the night. I'm definitely enjoying this. Initial kind of appraisal, quite fun. It's got really great reviews on Steam, and it's early access, so don't expect like a complete package yet, but there's probably 4 to 5 hours of gameplay from what I've read, and if it kind of keeps this kind of cadence, I could see this being a lot of fun. yeah, I'll end it here. If you do enjoy this, I've got a whole channel with a bunch of other new releases, retro games, VR, all kinds of stuff. Check it out if you like it. Please do like, subscribe, drop me a comment with your thoughts, and thank you for watching. Have a good night.